Welcome to Porch Time with Bill Benson. I'm Bill Benson. I've been doing a lot of these, so I think you know that by now. And I have a lot of fun on the porch. And this episode, I have friend Daphne Lee Martin. Welcome, Daphne.
Thanks for having me.
And Daphne is from New London, via Ohio. Talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, if you want to go back into the history of it, yeah, I grew up in Ohio doing a lot of Appalachian old-time music. Kind of fell in love with sea shanties, which was sort of an extension, in a way, of that music.
Yeah.
And ended up out on the East Coast traveling around doing tall ship sailing on boats that were inspired by Pete Seeger's Clearwater program.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And landed in Connecticut about 16 years ago.
Very nice.
Doing it ever since.
And you have... This is your 5th CD, right?
Yep.
And just quickly, where can people in this area, because I know that you know many people down in New London area, at the shoreline, but where can people find you up here?
That's kind of the fun thing. It's mostly on the internet these days.
Right.
Obviously, you can come out to shows, but you can find all that stuff at DaphneLeeMartin.com.
Nice.
Where I'm playing, what I'm up to.
All the schedules, and as far as your previous music, as well as this one called Scared Fearless, where can people find that?
They can find it anywhere. It's on Spotify and iTunes and Bandcamp and SoundCloud and all kinds of places. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we talk very little, even though I love having conversations, because I want as much music to be played as possible.
Makes sense.
Pick one.
Okay. This is the only co-write on the new album. A songwriter from the Providence, Rhode Island area named John Ferrone. I wrote this song sitting on my friend's couch in York, Pennsylvania, and I couldn't quite get it finished. It was one of those, I was kind of sitting on some lyrics, and I didn't feel like I was getting it all the way home. You'll see, it's funny when you hear it. So I gave it to my friend John, and I said, can you just do something with this? And he ended up writing the most beautiful melody for it, and adding some words at the end to kind of round it out. It's called Songbirds. The ocean's always had a call too strong to disobey. But this time through these mountains, it took my breath away. And I was never one for staying still, so I must keep traveling on. And I'll make my way back to these hills before the leaves have turned and gone. And I don't want to let you go just yet. And can we lay here just a little longer and listen to the songbirds calling in the day until the ghosts of the highway come to spirit me away. Redemption comes in soft, its pillow marks across your cheek. Your face too close to focus on is the best thing that I've seen. And every day I'm out here chasing down this crazy dream. I will hear this valley calling me back to Tennessee. And I don't want to let you go just yet. Can we lay here just a little longer and listen to the songbirds calling in the day until the ghosts My bags are packed for driving, and my home is in your arms. And I don't want to let you go just yet. Can we lay here just a little longer and listen to the songbirds calling in the day until the ghosts of the highway come to spirit me away? Until the ghosts of the highway come to spirit me away.
That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks.
You know, I say this all the time to our audience, and also to my guests. The wonderful thing about my Porch show, for me, is that I'm sitting right next to you, and you are singing, and there's no noise. There's no, you know, I'm not listening to you, you know, between the clinking of glasses or whatever. But it becomes a very intimate and personal performance that I love. So thank you, and that song is beautiful.
Thanks very much. So thematically, all of the songs on the record follow that idea of leaving home, leaving loved ones behind, finding yourself, not finding yourself, missing it, wanting to come home, trying to find a way home. Yeah. It's all hello and goodbye songs on this album.
Did you intentionally go in that direction?
All of the albums have some kind of theme or another. This one sort of established itself over time. I've been on the road more than 6 months out of the year for a few years running by the time I finished writing this record. And you can only really write what you know. So I was writing a lot from personal experience of just being gone all the time.
Yeah. The studio CD that I did a few years ago, I actually had 42 years of songs, basically, that I had to whittle down into. So it didn't really have a theme. It just was, I need to put this song out because it's popular when I play it out. On the new one that I'm working on, it is more thematic because it's basically music that was written, you know, in an 8-year relationship, and you're getting back into music. So it's more thematic, but than the first one. But I can't wait to listen to this all the way through.
Well, for our listeners watching the show, the album is a full band production. So there's drums and bass and keyboards and violins and all kinds of stuff on there.
So I have listened to it, and it is wonderful. So make sure that you buy a copy. Don't just listen, but buy something too. So get right into another, please.
Okay. I wrote this one on piano, and it's got a very different feel when you play it on guitar. Yeah. In a way, I kind of like it. I wasn't going to do the whole ballad run today, but I feel kind of like that mellow, intimate thing you were just saying. It doesn't.
That's a good thing.
I don't know if I want to play any of the rock and roll numbers today, because it's a little calmer. But this I wrote.
Play what you want to play, however you feel.
Excellent. This I wrote for my best friend who's actually moving away soon, James Maple. He's finally going to take the leap and go to Nashville, and I wish him the absolute best. But he had a kind of a tough run of his life for a little while there, and I wanted to write something, you know, kind of Carole King out and write a "You've Got a Friend" song, you know. Nice. I'd never written anything quite like that before. This is called John Henry's Lullaby. ever find yourself broken, at a loss for the words to say, you'll find no rest in this beautiful mess, but I wouldn't want you any other way. Should you ever find yourself faithless, feel like you're sinking down, now I don't know much about heavenly stuff, but I can help you get your feet on the ground. Should you ever find yourself weary, you can lay all your burdens on me. And though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will walk it together in peace. Should you ever find yourself beaten, steam driven, put away, wet, small hope I'll afford. I have laid down my sword, but I haven't laid my hammer down yet. No, I haven't laid my hammer down yet. No, I haven't laid my hammer down. Yet.
Beautiful.
It's more dramatic on piano, but sometimes you don't need drama. Sometimes you just need to say a thing.
But I can hear it both ways. But obviously, you know, if it was written, you wrote it on piano, so it emotes
Sure did.
from here differently than there.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
So a question that I often ask is, how do you write?
It keeps morphing.
Yeah.
It's never really the same. It's almost universally lyrics first.
Yeah.
And, you know, for albums like Fall on Your Sword, it took forever to write those songs. They were very, very crafted lyrical pieces. A lot of the ones on this record were just bolts of lightning. They just came out. I had a feeling, I just purged.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah. But I also make a daily discipline of writing, and so what I end up with is a lot of words on paper and then culling it down, like you were saying with yours. You choose the things that, you know, that stick over time.
Right. And do you have a favorite song of yours that you play today just like you did 2 years ago or something like that?
No, honestly, I don't. There's a couple of songs from the first record that I still play, but it's almost like I raised my children and I sent them off into the world. Like once they end up on an album, they're no longer mine. They're out into the world now, and it's time to rear new ones. I guess it's strange.
You know, I find
but
I find I go back and forth a little bit. I mean, I still, when some performances, I sing a song that I wrote when I was 16. And it's usually because somebody requested it, not necessarily because I wanted to play it. But then once I do, I'm like, oh, I'm happy I did. I still do. You know, I'm happy that people still listen. So it's all good. Now, when was the last song that you finished?
That I finished?
Yeah.
It's tricky at this moment. I had a rough run the last couple of years myself, and I've been sort of spending the time forcing myself in a way to sit down and do the discipline of writing, but it's probably in the last calendar year, just with time and stress and everything, it's been difficult to really finish songs. So I've been sort of spending a lot of time accumulating lyrics, and you know, then when I sort of wind down from that phase, I'll spend a lot of time playing an instrument or two or three instruments, right. And then all those words will start to find homes. Right, so it kind of, it takes time. Yeah,
true. I've heard you on the internet, but I will say this: your voice is beautiful, and how you sing your songs is very emotionally and heartfelt, and it just comes across in your whole vocal thing. So thank you for coming on my porch. So play another song.
Okay. Well, let's do this one just because it's this one is one of the ones that has stood the test of time. I recorded it for Fall on Your Sword. I recorded it for my last Day Trotter session, an entirely different version of it, and now I've recorded yet a third completely different version of it for this new record as well. So this one keeps revisiting in a way, and I think partly because it's like a cautionary tale in a way. It's almost like the tattoo you get to remind yourself of something that you know is a character flaw in your life, like this thing that you remind yourself, like this is a thing you need to remember about you, kind of a song. It's called Willing Victim. So it's a little bit of a harsh, personal, reflective thing. Draws from lyrical elements of Pablo Neruda, Jack Kerouac, but largely from Colette's novel The Vagabond. Dressed in chains and carnations, you'll practice your divination. I am hopelessly lost in the prestige. But don't a ship need an anchor, and don't a ship need a sailor? Boy, here I am making my bed in the belly of a whale. Come on, lie to me, please just be kind to me. I know I'll get no sympathy here. Why don't you lie to me, please just be kind to me. Well, I know I'll get no sympathy here. Now, ain't it sad how nothing binds us together like a common enemy? Ain't it sad how nothing tears us apart like love from a stranger? Bets we have hedged, they are gathering dark until the thunder rolls in and it rips them apart. So we feared what we wish for and hear what we want. Come on and lie to me, please just be kind to me. Well, I know I'll get no sympathy here. Come on and lie to me, please just be kind to me. Well, I know I'll get no sympathy here. Now you'll leaf through the pages of my open book, and you will ink in the margins one perfect took as I put on my makeup and the curtains rise. I know how this thing will end before the first line dries. Come on and lie to me, please just be kind to me. Well, I nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So tell everybody again where they can find you, where they can see you. And unfortunately, time goes by so quickly on the Porch.
It really does.
But it's truly been my pleasure to have you here and listen to you, sit right next to you on my porch, and get to know you a little better.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And anybody that wants to hear more of this music, see videos or check out the other records, or come and see me play live. I'll be playing in New Haven at the end of the month a couple times. You can go to DaphneLeeMartin.com and find all of that stuff. Yeah.
So pick a song, play us out. I love the guitar, by the way.
Oh, Guild, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
All the love this world can hold won't set things right, and I'll wake up alone, and I recall the things I said to you last night, but it's too late to say I'm wrong. I try to turn desires into virtues, try to find some purity of heart in this hunger for your soulic skin. Just one more time before we part. Don't let that sun go down. Don't let that sun go down. Sun might not be here in the morning. That sun go down. Don't let that sun go down. 'Cause I might not be here in the morning. Now I've been around